All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our reading of John Tucker Must Die. Thanks for joining us tonight for our cast. I'm going to be playing a bunch of random roles. My name is Kenzie. We have Zach playing a bunch of random men's roles. So we're your side characters. Molly is going to be playing Lori, who is Kate's mom, and she also plays a bunch of random girl characters. We've got Hunter playing Scott, who is the other Tucker. Anne is going to be playing Beth. Megan's going to be playing Heather. Oh, that's awesome. Katie's going to be playing Carrie. Travis is going to be playing John Tucker, and then Corey is going to be playing Kate. Michael's going to be doing our scene directions tonight, so Michael, take us away.
John Tucker Must Die by Jeff Lowell. Interior high school gym night. The gym is filled to the rafters with screaming students cheering on their basketball team. One particularly good-looking player, who we'll learn later, is John Tucker. Fakes one way, spins in the other direction, and dunks. The gym goes nuts. We push in on a girl, Kate, 17, sitting in the stands. She's high up and she's there alone. She has a book in her hand, which she reads during timeouts. She's pretty, but not made up too much, and she's dressed comfortably, so as not to draw too much attention to herself.
I was in 7th grade when I realized I was invisible.
Interior grade school. A teacher arranges a group of 7th grade girls in line by height. Kate is towards the middle.
Not really invisible, although how awesome would that have been? No, it's just that I didn't make an impression of any kind. If I disappeared, it wouldn't even cause a ripple.
The teacher shifts a young Kate one space over, now exactly the middle.
I wasn't the tallest or the shortest. I wasn't the smartest or the dumbest. I wasn't the richest or the poorest. I was just, what's her name? You know, the brunette? Kate, I think.
Interior, auditorium day. A spelling bee is in progress. As a young Kate takes her turn at the podium, she's one of 7 people left.
Anonymous. Anonymous.
I'm sorry, that's wrong.
Kate walks away.
It's not that I didn't try. I was a pretty good speller and a pretty good singer and a pretty good runner.
Exterior track day. A group of girls run past the finish line.
And in 4th place, just out of the medals, Kate Spencer.
Interior auditorium night. The auditorium is decorated for a dance and is filled with freshman boys and girls. Freshman Kate sits against the wall, trying to look like a great person to dance with.
Even in love. Well, I usually ended up out of a medal contention there too.
A good-looking boy walks over and takes in Kate and the other wallflowers. He looks to Kate's left, at a rather unfortunate-looking girl. He shudders, looks at Kate. Not bad. He smiles, starts over, when a hot girl to Kate's right suddenly pops into view. She'd been picking a button off the floor.
Found it.
She and the boy lock eyes, and the boy veers off from Kate and holds out his hand to the hot girl. They twirl off like Fred and Ginger. Interior, girls' locker room day. Kate stands at a locker by herself, getting dressed as other group of girls around her talk.
It didn't help that my mom and I were always moving. You can put up with just about anything when you've got a bunch of great friends to help you through, but, well, let's just say openness to outsiders isn't really what teens are famous for.
One of the girls near Kate turns to her friends.
I don't have anything for my hair. Do you have a barrette or something?
Kate surreptitiously pulls the elastic band out of her hair, turns to the girl.
Hey, I've got one.
Do I know you?
Not really.
Pass.
The girls head out. The locker room is empty now. Kate's alone. She sighs, puts her hair back together. Interior living room day. We're in the living room of a house on moving day. Boxes and furniture scattered everywhere. A sweaty Kate staggers through the box.
There was one last thing working against me.
There's a knock at the door. She turns and drops the box when she sees who it is. It's an older boy, a knockout. He holds out a plate wrapped with aluminum foil.
Hey, I'm Justin. I live next door, and my mom sent me over with these brownies or something.
Kate takes the plate while she tries to push her hair into some arrangement that's not too disgusting.
Hi, I'm Kate. I I just moved in. Duh.
So, Kate, you...
Something catches Justin's eye.
Holy...
Kate turns to see what he's looking at. A gorgeous woman in her early 30s just walked into the room. She's been working too, but instead of sweating, she's glistening like a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model on a beach in Fiji. She's dressed in shorts and a t-shirt that may have fit her in grade school.
The other thing working against me, that's my mom.
Lori, hi.
Justin takes the plate out of Kate's hand and holds it out to Lori.
I made these for you. I can pick up heavy things.
Interior bedroom day. Kate sits at her desk, taking notes as she reads a textbook.
It's not like she can help it. She's just incredibly beautiful and skimpily dressed. Okay, maybe she can help with that part.
Kate looks up from her book.
Did you get this on page 51? Andy?
We see that Kate is studying with the boy, but he's looking out the window. Down by the pool, Kate's mother is standing face down, with her top on the pool deck beside her.
Turn over, turn over, turn over, turn over, turn over, turn over.
It's not like being beautiful has made her life any easier. I mean, she's never had trouble landing great-looking men. She's just had trouble keeping them. In the last 17 years, she's been through 4 marriages and I don't know how many boyfriends. That's why we're always moving.
Montage. A quick series of shots of different great-looking men staring into the camera.
Hi,
Kate,
I'm
going
to
be
your
new.
dad. Your mom and I are going to talk in the bedroom, so you be a good girl and watch TV. Actually, here's $20. Mind running down to the store and getting me some smokes?
Interior high school gym, night. We're back at the same game we started at, with Kate in the stands.
But enough about me. The real story here is John Tucker.
On court, John, our star basketball player, has the ball again. He passes it. No, he's kept it in the palm of his hand. He drives and dumps off to the teammate, who's free under the basket for a layup. More cheers, high fives all around. John's a stud. Tall, buff, best head of hair on campus.
That's John Tucker. Captain of the basketball team, family's loaded, always voted most likely to everything, lost his virginity at 14 to the French teacher.
In the crowd, a pretty woman in her 20s wearing a French flag sweatshirt and waving a team flag cheers John on. On court, John hassles the passer, then jogs backwards on defense.
He's the guy this school revolves around. At least he used to be until... You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. It all started when my mom got divorced again, and we moved to this town to start over. I got a job as a waitress at what turned out to be John's favorite restaurant. I wasn't the best waitress ever, but I wasn't the worst.
Interior Italian restaurant night. Kate comes out of the kitchen and crosses over to find John Tucker in suit and tie, sitting at a table with Carrie, editor of the school paper. Carrie's a super smart overachiever with roughly 1,000 commitments taking up her time. She's also, like everyone with John, very pretty.
Are you ready?
I'm not sure. Are you ready?
Do you recommend anything?
Me? What do you recommend? You're the one who speaks Italian.
I don't speak it. I know a little.
That you picked up traveling around Europe. You're so lucky. I can only imagine walking around the same streets where all those artists and poets walked, looking at these sites Shakespearean looked at when he wrote, "Her beauty makes this value a feasting presence full of light." Maybe I don't need to go to Europe after all.
Carrie blushes, gives a flustered laugh. John turns to Kate.
I guess we need a minute. Thanks.
Kate walks off. It's clear she's more than a little impressed by John's display. Interior Italian restaurant night. It's a different night at Kate's restaurant. Kate comes out of the kitchen loaded down with plates. She hears a snapping, glances towards the source, then does a double take. John Tucker, in a Letterman's jacket, is there with a different girl, Heather, who couldn't look more like a cheerleader because she is a cheerleader. She's been popular and beautiful for so long that she's grown to believe that her superiority is a natural order of things. John keeps snapping at Kate without looking. Finally, Kate gets the plates down and hands over to John's table.
Hi, would you...
We're ready to order.
Okay. What would you like?
I'll order for her.
Heather puts down her menu, gets a huge smile on her face.
I love that.
I love taking care of you. 2 spinach salads, chicken piccata for her, filet for me, medium, and don't rush us between courses. Got it?
Yeah, can I?
John's done with her and has turned back to Heather.
That sweater is so hot on you. I bet it's even hotter off you.
Heather laughs. Kate walks away, shaking her head. What happened to the John that was here the other night? Interior Italian restaurant night. Yet another night, John Tucker, in slacker wear, sits at a table with Beth. She's a hippie throwback, a young Drew Barrymore type. She and John are looking at their menus.
I've never been here. I hope they have good vegetarian. Oh my goodness.
What?
Veal, let's go.
Don't worry, I'm sure I can find something.
Angle on Kate, standing over at a wait station with another waitress. She gestures at John.
What's the deal with?
John Tucker, total operator, brings all his women here.
How does he get away with dating so many?
He says his father doesn't want him dating during basketball season, so he keeps his focus. Total lie. It's just another one of his scams, so they have to keep the relationship secret.
Unbelievable. How did you learn all this?
The waitress starts to cry and runs back into the kitchen. Interior gym day. Kate is in the gym class with the other girls, including John's 3 current girlfriends, Heather, Carrie, and Beth. They're picking teams for volleyball. About half the girls are still waiting to be picked, including Kate. Heather, the cheerleader, is one of the girls picking. She points at Kate.
I'll take her.
Kate, hi. I didn't catch your name.
Heather looks at Kate like she's nuts.
Okay, moving on.
Interior gym later. The game's in progress. A point is scored, and while a girl runs after the ball to retrieve it, Carrie, the editor, is gossiping with the girl standing next to her.
You weren't at the party. Where were you?
I'm not supposed to say, but John Tucker?
Behind Carrie, Heather is getting ready to serve. She obviously heard this. Her mouth drops wide open.
Get out.
Coach Williams, the gym teacher, blows her whistle.
Less talking, more playing. Serve it.
Heather tosses the ball in the air and serves it, right into the back of Carrie's head. Carrie is knocked on her face.
Sorry, it slipped.
The girls around Carrie, including Kate, pick her up.
I'm okay. Let's just play.
Everyone gets back into position, and Heather serves again, right into the back of Carrie's head, sending her down once again. Carrie jumps up and runs over to Heather as the other girls crowd around and the coach starts madly blowing her whistle.
That wasn't an accident.
Beth, the hippie, gets between Carrie and Heather, who ignore her as they keep arguing.
You better stay away from him.
He's in love. He's in love. Violence isn't going to solve anything.
What's it to you?
No man is worth fighting for.
Listen, I don't know what he told you, but John Tucker is dating me.
Now Beth's mouth drops. She turns and slugs Heather in the jaw, dropping her to the floor.
What the hell is your problem?
I'm dating John Tucker.
Coach Williams has finally made it over.
Enough.
She grabs Carrie, who grabs the coach's clipboard and swings it at Beth. Beth moves, and Kate gets hit instead. It's an all-out melee now, with Kate accidentally caught in the middle. People are falling, arms are swinging, and finally Kate snaps.
Stop it! This guy is cheating on all of you. Instead of being mad at him, you're beating the crap out of each other?
Silence as the girls look at each other, digesting the wisdom of what Kate just said. Finally, Beth turns to Heather.
Who's that?
I don't know. Pam, maybe?
Interior girls' bathroom day. Kate is at the mirror, trying to cover up the bruise on her cheek from where she got hit. Carrie comes in.
Hey,
Hey.
sorry about your face. Kate, right?
Yeah, it only hurts when I smile or talk or do this.
She makes a face in the mirror, winces. Carrie laughs.
What you said out there.
Sorry, someone just sat on me and...
Yeah, that was me. But the thing is, you were right.
I was?
Look, what he's doing to us girls, I don't even know you, and I hit you in the head with a clipboard.
That was you too, huh? Anyway, I've seen a million John Tuckers. They all lie to get what they want, and the girls always put up with it.
You're totally right. I never understood it until now, but you're right.
Well, it helps that those are the only guys my mom dates. Pretty soon, you figure out they're all the same.
Come on. I've got some planning to do, and then we've got to talk to Beth and Heather.
We? You want me to come?
Sure, in case we start fighting again. I've got to have someone to hide behind.
What the heck? I think my head can absorb 3 or 4 more good shots before I have brain damage.
Carrie heads out of the bathroom, Kate in tow. Interior Starbucks later. Kate, Carrie, Beth, and Heather sit at a table. Beth and Heather don't look too happy to be there.
Be honest. What are you going to do about John?
I'm totally breaking up with him.
No, you're not.
Like you are?
It's up to him. If he dumps you two, I'll take him back.
We're going to end up right back where we started. He'll get back together with all of us, lie about it until he decides he's done with us, and then dump us for good.
Beth and Heather stare at Carrie, unconvinced. Kate clears her throat.
I bet I know what you're thinking. I'm different. I'm the one he's going to stay with forever.
Beth and Heather look at each other, look down.
Maybe.
Why not? I am the head cheerleader.
You say that like it makes you some kind of god. And we're all losers.
No, I mean a little, but no. I don't think that.
Let's stay focused here. Everyone he's ever dated thinks that they're different. It's what he does.
So what are we supposed to do?
Kate had an idea.
I was just saying it's always the women who end up getting hurt.
Exactly. Why is he getting off the hook? We could all date anyone, and for some reason we let him walk all over us.
It's because he's hot.
Hot? He's the most gorgeous man I've ever seen. He's like a Greek god sent to Earth to remind us mortals what beauty is.
Beth notices everyone staring at her. She snaps out of it.
But you're right, that's not enough.
So why not teach him a lesson?
How? Break up with him? He'll have someone else in a second.
No, bigger. We're going to make him undateable. Make it so no one wants to go out with him anymore.
Carrie pulls out a huge sheath of color-coded papers and folders, hands a thick stack to each girl.
I had some time to go over some possible approaches. I'll bottom line it. He doesn't know we're on to him. We can use the fact that we're his girlfriends to set him up, humiliate him, and make him look like a fool in front of the whole school.
That wouldn't suck.
And we won't just be taking care of him. We'll be sending a message to all the John Tuckers that we're not going to put up with it anymore. They're going to have to treat us with respect.
They're going to have to stop lying to us.
And cheating on us.
Exactly. I've got a whole section on that starting on page 3.
When do you sleep?
I take 10-minute naps 5 times a day. I'm like Thomas Edison.
Who?
He was a president.
Come on, what do you say?
A beat, then.
Let's get him.
I'm in. But if I find out this is some kind of trick, I'm back with him so fast.
Carrie pulls out a small leather notebook, writes in it. Yes, this has some significance later.
Wow, this is great. He doesn't stand a chance against you guys.
You're not going to help us?
Me? Why me?
It was your idea.
No, I just pointed out that all of you should do something. He didn't do anything to me.
Didn't he? He got all of us mad enough to beat the crap out of you and Jim.
Besides, you can honestly say that you haven't been screwed over by a John Tucker somehow, somewhere?
Come on, it'll be fun. What else are you doing?
Heather has a good point. Kate shrugs.
Let's get him.
Exterior stadium day. Different groups are using the track. The female track team, including Kate, is running sprints, and the cheerleaders, led by Heather, are just finishing up practice as random people jog on the track. One of them is John Tucker, who stops and waits for Heather to wander over and join him. He glances around to make sure no one is within earshot.
Heard there was a thing in gym yesterday.
Some loser was saying she went out with you.
You're kidding. That's such a lie.
Oh, I totally know. Don't worry. I mean, you can't date,
The basketball?
but if you could, I know who it'd be.
You know it, babe.
John looks around to make sure no one's watching, slaps Heather on the ass. Across the field, Kate is standing at a drinking fountain watching.
Ugh.
There's a guy standing behind her at the fountain, Scott.
Is that for her or him? That's not usually the noise girls make when they look at him. Usually it's more of a, ooh.
Jerk isn't really my type.
Guess he is kind of a jerk, isn't he?
I'm surprised to hear a guy say that. I thought he was your god.
Close. Older brother.
Oh no. Seriously?
Scott holds out his hand.
Scott Tucker.
Kate, I'm so embarrassed.
Don't be. If anything, I'm embarrassed about being his brother. I think my mom was experimenting with drugs or living on a toxic waste dump when she had him.
Kate laughs. They're interrupted by a bell.
Damn, gotta run. Don't worry. Your secret's safe with me, Kate.
Scott winks and heads off. Interior Kate's house living room day. Heather and Carrie are sitting in Kate's living room as Kate opens the door and lets Beth in. Carrie has a new Apple PowerBook plugged into Kate's television. On the screen is a keynote presentation, complete with an unflattering picture of John and a list of bullet points next to him. Very slick.
Did you talk to him?
Yeah, he just stopped by my house. He said, I'm the only one for him. You guys are liars. Meet his murder.
Yeah, we all got the same story.
Your house? Did you hook up?
No?
Oh my gosh, you did.
Oh, a little. When I get suspicious, I always fool around with him. If it wasn't for me, it was for us. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't for me.
Heather and Carrie exchange a look.
Told you she couldn't keep it together.
Figured you two would gang up on me. Lil Miss Popular and Lil Miss Perfect.
Hey, don't lump me in with her.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just that we're very different.
Meaning you're better than me.
Kate laughs. Everyone looks at her.
Don't you see? This is exactly how he gets away with it. He knows you wouldn't be caught dead talking to each other, and that's why he's so safe cheating.
Kate's right. I'm sorry. We've got to stick together, all right?
The girls nod.
Okay. He's back with all of us. He doesn't know anything's up. Let's keep it that way until we get him.
Speaking of which, does anyone have any idea how we're going to do this?
There's a pause. Heather holds up one of Carrie's folders.
I mean, I read Carrie's term paper.
No, you didn't.
Okay, but come on, it's like the phone book. I flipped through and didn't see anything.
Concrete. Yeah, you've got some great ideas, but what do we do?
Well, I mean, I don't know him like you all do, but I noticed something. He makes every woman he's with feel special. He tells them exactly what they want to hear. What if we showed people that it's just an act? Really show him who he is, so no one ever trusts him again. I mean, when I saw him, I thought he was cute, but after I saw how he was with all of you.
The girls take this in, nodding.
Excellent. Good. Throw those away.
Carrie grabs all the folders.
Let's get to work. Beth, do you mind starting the presentation?
Beth goes to the computer, reaches for a key.
Not that. Just press the... No, not that. Move the cursor. You know what? I'll work the computer.
Carrie pushes Beth out of the way, cradles her computer.
I'm glad we're getting to know each other. I always heard you were kind of a control freak.
Kate, you get the sodas.
Diet.
Diet.
Diet. And Heather, you...
Sit here and look until you need me?
Are we a well-oiled team or what?
Kate goes into the kitchen. Interior kitchen continuous. Kate enters just as her mother comes in from outside, carrying a bag of groceries. Laurie's dressed in her usual young, hip, sexy way, looking more like a teen than a mom.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, nothing, just...
Laughter from the next room.
You have friends over?
Yeah, a few girls dropped by.
Laurie hugs Kate.
I knew you'd like it here. This is great. I can't wait to meet them.
Lori heads out of the kitchen.
Actually, we're
Too late. Lori's gone. Kate grabs sodas and follows. Interior Kate's house. Living room continuous. Kate enters the room right behind Lori.
Beth, Carrie, Heather. This is my mom.
Lori.
The girls all exchange looks. Lori doesn't look like a mom.
So what are you all up to?
Destroying a man.
Who do I make my check out to?
The girls laugh. Lori crosses over and sits on the floor with the girls.
So who is he and what did he do?
Beth presses a key on her computer. John zooms back onto the screen, along with ominous sound effects, music, and booing.
This is John Tucker.
Let me guess, heartbreaker?
Big time.
You're lucky I got here. I've got some experience in this field.
Kate can't take anymore. She pastes on a smile, trying very hard not to let her true feelings out.
Mom, I really don't know if we should be taking advice about men from you.
Why not? I've dated 100 of them. I know all their tricks.
And yet, you still keep going, falling for them.
What's the matter? She's an expert.
Okay then.
Kate shrugs, hands out the sodas, takes a seat. She's not a happy camper. Carrie takes her place at her computer. Her talk is illustrated by an impressive presentation, complete with video, graphics, music, etc.
All right, Kate's right. We need to show people the real John Tucker. And to do that, we need a public platform, something where the whole school is there. That much I've already got figured out. Ladies, I give you the school election.
The election?
He's not even running.
Yes, the election, and he will run. Beth, you're going to convince him.
How do I do that?
How do girls get boys to do anything?
Interior hallway minutes later. The hall is empty. Suddenly, the door to the boys' bathroom crashes open, and Beth and John stumble into the hallway in an embrace. They break. Beth tucks in her shirt. John wipes the lipstick off of his face. Beth pauses under a political poster, a slick one with a photo of a smiling guy running for school president.
You know, I'm surprised you never ran for any kind of office.
Just something you do to get into college, and I've got the basketball.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Still, it's a big popularity contest, and there's no way he is more important or more popular than you.
Beth heads back towards her class, leaving John looking up at the poster. He doesn't look happy. Interior school newspaper office day. Carrie sits at the computer in the middle of a chaotic pile of photos, old issues, submissions. There's one other student working there. He looks up as John enters. Unseen to Carrie, John points at the door, and the student takes off.
Hey, Carrie, what do you think about me running for school president?
I didn't think you got into that.
I never did, and all of a sudden I realized I'm missing part of the high school experience.
It's a little late to be getting involved.
I've got to win. You'll help me. You're the smartest girl I know. You run the newspaper.
You want my help? Well,
I knew you'd do it. I love you.
what?
John acts surprised, like he didn't mean to let that slip out. He clearly did.
I mean, I love you for helping. I can't believe I said that.
No, it's okay.
He holds her hand, gazes into her eyes, then.
So you'll do it?
Interior dive restaurant day. The four girls are sitting together at a table. Heather takes a bite of her burger, grimaces.
Since when do we eat here?
Since we can't be seen together. If he hears we're friends, he'll know something's up. Come on, it's not that bad.
Carrie samples her food, shudders, gingerly returns the bite to her napkin.
Anyone have a napkin they're not using so I can blot the grease off my tongue?
Kate hands over a napkin. Carrie licks it. Beth begins doing surgery on her sandwich. The other girls watch as she removes a meat patty from her burger, removes the cheese, replaces the tomato and lettuce, and squirts about a quart of ketchup and mustard onto it. She takes a bite, notices that she's being watched.
Being vegetarian sucks. I want a personal thank you note from every stupid cow and chicken I haven't eaten.
Okay, here's where we are. I've already convinced John that we should show a video for his campaign speech.
A video that, let me guess, you'll be editing.
Isn't he want to see it before you show it?
I'm going to make two. I'll make a real one to show him, where he talks about all the things that make him a good candidate. Loyalty, honesty.
And we make another one where we cut in a bunch of stuff about what a sleazebag he really is.
Gee, I hope there's not some mix-up and we end up showing the wrong video to the whole school. It would ruin him.
To get the footage we need, we're going to need a lot of equipment. Microphones, hidden cameras.
Beth, that's you.
I don't know anything about electronics.
Yeah, but you're rich.
Hey, I don't like labels. My parents may buy into the whole bourgeois lifestyle, but that doesn't mean I have to. It's their money, not mine.
If we agree that you're a poor, repressed member of the underclass, can we use one of your 50 credit cards?
Sure.
Beth digs through her purse, pulls out credit cards, hands one to each girl.
Amex Blue, Visa Platinum. Ooh, my first MasterCard. We've had some fun times, haven't we?
She reluctantly hands it over.
Be careful with him. His little magnetic strip's almost worn off.
Interior Heather's bedroom night. Heather's bedroom is covered with bags from electronics and spy stores. Beth and Carrie are playing with monitors, binoculars, etc. Heather's in just a bra as Kate tries to attach a camera with fumbling hands.
All right, almost there. Sorry, I've never done this.
Put a camera on someone or grow up to girl?
Well, neither.
Kate gets the camera on.
There, how does that feel?
Well, the camera kind of pinches, but you've got soft hands.
Beth turns on the monitor. We see a huge distorted close-up of Kate's face as shot through a camera.
Whoa.
How do I look?
Trey, that angle. Straight up your nose. Take 2 steps back from Heather's breast, please.
Kate does.
Much better. The lighting still isn't great. Try turning to the left.
Oh, we're not doing this to get glamour shots of Kate. Kate, speak into the cleavage.
Carrie puts on a pair of headphones as Kate steps back up to Heather.
Testing, 1, 2, testing.
Okay, it's good. There's kind of an echo, but it's good.
What do I want him to say?
Well, we want him to act like a sleazy horn dog, so...
Just let him be himself?
That'll work.
Carrie pulls out her notebook, starts writing.
Sorry, do you mind if I ask, what are you always writing in there?
Just my lists, normal stuff, same as everyone. I've got my to-do lists, which is subdivided into my to-do today, to-do one time, to-do weekly, Then there's my goals list, again, high school, college, life, my contingency lists in case one of my goals or to-do items doesn't work out in the way I expected, my observations, my notions, which yes are very different, and of course a few ideas for the screenplay I plan to write during my summer in Belize or Toronto, depending on the political climate. Don't you all do this?
No, no one does that. Martha Stewart would meet you and go, she's a little anal for my taste.
Well, it works for me.
What happens if you lose the book?
You're not going to freak me out that easily. I have a duplicate at home, and I copy the changes in every night.
Yeah, but what about all the contingencies and notions you come up with during the day? They'd just be gone forever?
Carrie processes this. Her eyebrow twitches. The girls go in for the kill.
Yeah, maybe you should carry a third book.
Stored in a separate location from the main book, of course.
Right. And then you should immediately copy everything that happens into both of those books.
Carrie starts hyperventilating. The other girls laugh.
Come on, we're just messing with you.
Yeah, I think you'll be okay with 2 books.
Sure, you're right. Good one.
Everyone returns to their food. As soon as they're not looking at Carrie, concern crosses her face as she clutches her book tightly. She's been thrown. Exterior park night. John and Heather are sitting on a picnic table.
You sure it's safe out here?
The only thing I'm
John?
afraid of is you breaking my heart.
Interior car night. Kate, Beth, and Carrie are parked in a car with the lights out. Kate's in the back, and the other two are up front. Carrie holds a camera to the window, recording John and Heather as she listens to them through the headphones.
He's good.
I was actually wondering about that. Is he good? In bed?
Don't ask me.
They look at Beth.
I've never. Yeah, he's great. He's really great. Not that I have anything to compare him to. I mean, he's my only, of course, well, one of a few. Let's just say that I can count them on my fingers and the toes on one foot. Hey, could we talk about one of you now?
So you never.
Nope, never.
Of course she hasn't. She can't put it on a college application. Why bother?
Carrie laughs, pushes Beth.
Wait, so you haven't with anyone?
Have you?
Me? Of course.
Well, I haven't.
Can I change my answer?
I thought everyone was sleeping with him. I'm such a slut.
She hits the steering wheel in frustration. The horn beeps. The girls all dive down in their seats out of sight.
I'm such a dumb slut.
The girls laugh, shush each other, laugh some more. Interior Starbucks day. Our four are gathered, going over one of Carrie's large checklists.
This is going better than I thought. We're having no trouble getting video of him lying.
Yeah, I'll say. The tough thing would be getting him to tell the truth.
Wait a second. That's not a bad idea. We should get some tape of him with his friends, being himself, for contrast.
Maybe this is crazy, but what if one of us snuck into the locker room? I mean, it's the one place that they know girls aren't around.
I'll do it.
The other girls laugh. She blushes.
I'm just saying, I think I do a good job. I am the journalist here. I've done undercover stuff before.
I can't wait to see a room full of wet, naked man flesh.
They laugh at Carrie again.
I do want to go, and not what you think. I mean, this is an amazing opportunity to see what guys really want, what they really think. Come on, throughout history, no one's understood them. I'm about to get a glimpse into the heart of the male psyche.
Interior locker room day. The basketball team, including John, are gathered in front of their lockers. They're in a circle and watching one player as he makes a huge farting noise by using his hand in his armpit. Everyone bursts out laughing.
Dude, that was hilarious. Check this out.
He makes his own arm fart. Everyone laughs again. This is high humor. Interior locker room continuous. Carrie's in the locker with a camera, recording all of this. She rolls her eyes. Interior locker room. More arm farts, more laughter. It's like Algonquin round table. One of the guys rattles the locker door.
Stupid locker stuck again.
Just use Greg's. He's out today.
He gestures at the locker directly behind him. Interior locker room continuous. Carrie's eyes go wide. This is Greg's locker. She looks around, but really, where are you going to hide in the locker? Jock number 2 gets to the locker and is just about to open it when...
Look, Ma, no hands.
He makes the biggest farting noise of all and has both his hands straight up in the air. He laughs. All the other jocks make disgusted noises and move away, including the jock who was just about to reveal Carrie. Carrie's eyes are watering. She doesn't look too happy, considering she was just saved. Exterior John's house, backyard night. Beth and John are in his backyard, making out on a lounge chair next to the pool. He stands up, picking Beth up in his arms. She laughs and screams, not protesting too much, as he carries her over to the pool. He tosses her in. A second later, she starts screaming in earnest, clutching her chest.
Help! What the? Jesus!
She hops out of the pool and rips off her shirt, throwing the camera hidden there onto the ground. Hidden camera POV. John looks straight into the camera.
What the?
Beeper! It's my beeper.
You keep your beeper in your bra. When did you start wearing a bra anyway?
Pull back to reveal we're in Interior School Newspaper Office Day. Our 4 girls are watching the video on the computer monitor. Beth doesn't look happy. The other 3 are trying to contain their laughter.
It's not even the worst part. I don't know if you've ever been shocked, but it makes you really
A huge lump comes from the monitor. The girls wince.
dizzy.
Do you think he bought the beeper story?
I have no idea. When I came to, he'd left me on my front porch. I think he thought he'd killed me.
Always a gentleman.
Do we have enough stuff on tape?
I'm not putting that back on.
The bra or the camera?
Either.
I think we're good.
Interior Lab Day. Students are just getting to work. Kate is at her station, starting to measure chemicals, when Scott walks up to her.
Kate, hey, you don't have a lab partner, do you?
Well, I came into the class late and everyone was already paired up, so...
I'm not making fun of you. I'm asking if you need a partner. Mine got burned pretty bad in the last experiment, and he won't be back for a while.
Before I say yes, how exactly did he just burn?
Well, that's open to interpretation. He says it was my fault, but I clearly said, "Dear God, run for your life."
Sounds like his fault.
Thank you. So what are we doing?
Let's stay away from fire. What do you say? Why don't you measure 5 millimeters into that beaker?
Scott does it, sloppily and quickly. Kate looks, frowns.
You're not even close.
I'm not.
You got to get down at eye level and wait until the bottom of the meniscus is at the line.
Check you out. Meniscus. If I would have known how smart you were, it would have set my last partner on fire weeks ago.
Did I say meniscus? I meant wait until the curvy part is at the doodad.
Much better. Okay, I'll try.
Scott pours again, but carelessly splashes some on his pants. He starts to freak, urgently whispering to Kate.
I spilled it. Oh, what do I do? What is it? What is it?
It's the sodium chloride suspension.
Scott starts struggling with his belt in a panic.
Sodium chloride. It's starting to burn.
Yeah, salt water.
Scott keeps struggling, then realizes.
Salt water.
You really need to crack a book.
Scott buckles his belt, pushes Kate, who laughs. He laughs back. While they've been talking, an eager freshman girl has been working in the class, handing out something to all the students. She gets to Scott and Kate.
John Tucker for president.
She moves off. Scott and Kate look down to find they're both holding campaign buttons. Scott puts on his. Kate gives him a quizzical look.
It's ironic and inevitable. Resistance is futile. Wear your button.
I don't know. You might just lose.
There's a first time for everything. Just not that.
Kate shrugs. We'll see. Interior Auditorium Day. A plain-looking guy, Norman, stands at the podium, finishing up his speech. Above him is a large screen, like a rock concert. A camera projects him on the screen so that everyone gets a good view.
So I would treasure the opportunity to be your treasurer. Thank you.
Norman walks off stage to a smattering of applause as the teacher
All
walks
right,
up.
that was Norman Trent running unopposed for treasurer. Now we'll hear from John Tucker for president.
The crowd goes nuts as John Tucker walks up to the podium. He smiles his winning smile and waves, finally motioning for everyone to quiet down.
I'm a man of action, not words. Who wants to listen to a long, boring speech anyway? Seriously, Norman, it's the same one every year. Anyway, I put together a little video to show you why I should be your president. Roll it.
The auditorium lights go down, and the video starts playing on the large screen above John's head. Montage, John's election video. Basketball court. John stands in uniform holding a ball and looking sincerely into the camera.
I'm John Tucker. Some of you know me as Tucker or Tuck or T-Man or T-Dog. I thought you'd like to know a little more about the man who's going to be your next president. What qualities make a good president, besides great hair, of course?
Even on video, John knows his audience. He pauses for the laugh. Once it dies down,
Well, first I'd have to say loyalty.
John with Beth. Shot surveillance camera style from a distance so we can see who he's talking to.
You know, you're the only one for me, babe.
John with Carrie. Same style shot, different location.
The only one for me.
John with Heather.
You're the only one for me.
John with guys. John stands around with his friends in the locker room, obviously unaware that they're being recorded.
I have to make them wear name tags so I can keep them straight.
The guys laugh.
Dude, you are funny, but not as funny as.
He gives another arm for it. The guys laugh again. Back to auditorium. John looks up the video, obviously confused. He looks over to the control panel where the video is being run from, runs his finger across his neck, signaling to cut. Over at the control panel, we see the AV guy running it over to reach for the stop button. A hand grabs his. It's Carrie.
Push that button and you're going to eat that tape deck.
Back to video, basketball court. John continues his speech.
After loyalty, I'd love to say honesty. And if you can't trust politicians, who can you trust?
Beth's POV, shot from Beth's bra cam. And all these POV shots, John's in different outfits, so we know he's talking to different women.
Friday. Yeah, I'm cool. Friday night. How about I pick you up at 11?
Carrie's POV.
Friday? Oh, Friday's not good. I'm doing some volunteer work at the animal shelter. Poor little kitties.
We can do it late, like 11?
Yeah, see, that's when I'm going. They've got plenty of people during the day, but they need someone at night just to snuggle those little devils and, give them some milk from eyedroppers.
He wipes away a fake tear. Heather's POV.
Friday? Yeah, the thing is, I have a game Saturday, so I promised myself I'd do 1,000 push-ups at home Friday night and then go to bed early. You wouldn't want me to.
His gaze wanders into her cleavage, right into the camera. He stares appreciatively. He stares appreciatively. It's hard to
Sir, I wouldn't want you to what?
Oh, the hell with it. Friday's cool. I've got to make a call.
say. Basketball court. Jen wraps up the speech.
So loyalty, honesty, and great hair.
He runs his hand through his hair.
Check, check, check. I hope you've learned a little about the real John Tucker. Vote for me. It's a slam dunk.
John runs and jumps, but blows the slam, falling on his ass.
Damn it. All right, don't use that one. I'll go again.
End montage. Interior auditorium continuous. The video ends and the lights come back up. The crowd and John are stunned.
Bastard!
People boo and catcall. Our four girls spread out around the auditorium, catch each other's eyes, and nod to each other. Mission accomplished.
Jerk, get off the
Get off the stage!
What a loser.
John's POV. John looks into the audience, sees angry faces, sees people laughing at him, his worst nightmare. Then he sees the three girls who betrayed him, all beaming. Back to scene. John swallows, his eyes darting wildly, looking like he actually might crack. Then he takes a deep breath and steps up to the mic. Showtime.
Can we get the camera on?
John appears on the large screen above his head.
I'd like to talk about the girls in the audience. Closer to my face, if you wouldn't mind.
The camera zooms in. John gives that disarming smile that no mortal can resist.
Ladies, I have a problem, and I guess you all know about it now. I love too deeply. And when I'm with a girl, when I look into her eyes, see who she really is, I fall in love. I can't help it, I guess. I'm a romantic.
Our girls look around. The other girls in the audience are hypnotized by John's big eyes staring into theirs.
I know I look like a player, but the truth is, I meant every word I said to every one of those girls. The sad thing is, no matter how much I want it, I haven't had that great love returned yet. I haven't found that one girl who is the only girl for me. I haven't found that only person who I can give myself completely to, who I can tell my secrets, who I can cry with, share my pain, hold, hug.
Back in the audience, two female teachers are standing next to each other. They're as smitten as anyone. One leans over and whispers to the other,
Is he 18 yet?
So as you can see, I keep looking, and I promise you, I will find her. Maybe it's you, I don't know. But if it is, I'm going to find you, and I'm going to give you my heart to do with you as you will.
Girls are now crying. Everyone in the entire place, except our girls, is convinced that they're the one. Heather leans over to Beth.
He just seduced the entire school.
Just seduced half the school. And Bill.
Angle on a boy who looks just as smitten as the girls.
Yeah, I guess you're right. That speech isn't exactly going to work on the rest of the guys.
On stage, John motions for the cameraman to pull back. Once he does.
And guys, I have one question for you. Who made the winning basket that gave us the state championship?
The boys all erupt.
You did, John Tucker.
The girls join in, cheering.
John Tucker for president.
Tucker for president.
John Tucker.
John Tucker for God.
John catches Carrie's eye and looks straight at her.
Thank you.
Carrie screams in frustration, pulls out her notebook, and scribbles madly. Lori's bedroom day. Lori is working out. Kate comes in and collapses on the bed as her mom finishes up.
So how did the big day go? Did you rid the world of John Tucker once and for all?
Not even close. He's stronger than ever.
How did that happen?
I don't know. He's John Tucker. It doesn't matter what he does. It's how he looks doing it. I'm so depressed. Change the subject to something good, will you?
I met someone.
Oh, I said something good.
Well, this might be good. He's a little different from most of the guys I've met.
Different how?
Don't be scared. He's a lawyer and he's running for mayor. I'm volunteering on his campaign.
Wow.
I know, he's not a drummer, and as far as I can tell, he's not in rehab.
I love this guy.
Lori smiles, keeps working out. Interior parking lot day. Heather arrives in her car, climbs out, notices that Carrie has also just arrived. They lock eyes for a moment, but don't talk. They turn and head for school when Kate runs up.
Hey, there you guys are. I tried to call everyone, but I guess I missed you. How you doing?
How do you think? We blew it. We had one shot at him, and we blew it.
He's more popular than ever, and now none of us get him.
So now what?
It's over. We stop hanging out together, we go back to our little groups, and watch John date his way through the rest of the cheerleaders.
Hey,
It was a compliment.
it didn't sound like one.
Heather, Carrie, Kate.
Beth is running across the parking lot.
Sorry, cat. Good, we're all here. I figured it out.
What? That video thing doesn't look like it's going to work out after all?
No, that we've been going about it all wrong. I was home last night crying and stuffing my face.
Tell me about it. I can't eat again till June.
And I thought, I can't believe it. I let this guy break my heart twice. And then that's when it hit me. We've been trying to humiliate him, and maybe that'll never work, but we never do the most obvious thing. We have to do to him what he does to us girls. We have to break his heart.
That's great in theory, but how?
I don't think he has a heart to break.
Come on. We know everything about him. We know his strengths. We know his weaknesses. We know how he operates. We know what he thinks. What if we all use that to make him fall in love, like really fall in love, and then break him? Maybe we can't make it so that maybe we can make it so that other women don't want to date him, but we can make it so that he won't want to date anyone else.
The girls were taken in by her passion, but
How? He knows we all went after him with that video. He'll never trust us again. He hates all of us.
Not all of us.
Beth turns to Kate. Heather and Carrie also turn to Kate.
You want me to? No, no way.
This is really smart.
Thank you.
She's a blank slate. We can make her into anything.
Guys, hold on. It's a great idea, but I'm not the person to do it.
Why not?
I don't like him. I don't like anyone like him. He's a shallow, manipulative jerk. Let me ask you, would any of you want to date him now, knowing everything you know?
The girls think it over.
Well,
Probably not.
Do you really think he'd go out with me? Definitely not.
So why should I?
Look, you won't really be dating him. You'll be pretending.
I'm not that good an actress. Sorry.
yeah, you're right. It probably wouldn't work.
It was a good idea.
Whatever. All right.
The girls all turn and walk away.
Hey, Carrie, could I catch a ride after school?
I've got some errands to run.
Beth?
Beth doesn't even bother answering. Kate stands very, very alone. Watching the three girls walk away, she sighs.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
The girls stop and look back.
Just tell me what to do.
The girls excitedly regather.
Well, if there's one thing John can't resist, it's...
Interior gym day. Heather stands in a cheerleader outfit, awkwardly holding her pom-poms.
A cheerleader. I always thought it was pretty lame, but I've got to admit, I look hot.
Kate is standing in front of all the other cheerleaders, Heather by her side.
This is Kate. She'll be taking Nancy's spot.
A girl sitting in the stands with her leg in a cast looks up, shocked.
What?
You've got that bum leg. Sorry.
It's just a sprain. The doctor said I'll be better in a week.
Maybe next year. Okay, pyramid.
Nancy sits back. All the girls start to form a pyramid with well-rehearsed precision. Kate watches, impressed, as Heather motions to Kate.
All right, Kate, you're on top.
I'll pass. I get dizzy in high heels.
Trust me, this is an honor. Molly's been waiting for 3 years to get up there.
Heather points to Molly, on the bottom, straining under the weight over her, a hand in her face.
Someday.
Heather boosts up Kate.
What if I pass out and fall?
That's what the mats are for. Come on, you're almost there.
Kate climbs up, looking a little unsteady, but finally gets to the top. She smiles. This is pretty cool.
See, you're fine.
Yeah, I guess I am. Go Gladiators!
Kate's beaming on top of the world. She throws her arms up in the air and immediately falls off the top of the pyramid. Luckily, her landing is cushioned by Molly's head. Molly collapses.
I'm so sorry, Molly. Are you okay?
Yeah,
With Molly getting knocked down, the pyramid is unstable. Molly looks up just in time to see all the other girls above her come crashing down on top of her. She's buried. From the audience, the girl with the leg in the cast, Nancy, speaks up.
I think I'll be better before Molly is.
Interior hallway later. Kate's at her locker, still in her cheerleader outfit. Boys pass, looking at her appreciatively. Girls pass, looking at her jealously. Heather nudges her, points down the hall. John is approaching with a couple of other guys. Heather walks up to meet him.
Heather, hot as always. What do you say we forget about the whole I tried to destroy you and failed thing and give it another go?
Let me get back to you on that.
Come on, I may have strayed, but you know, you're the most beautiful girl I've ever.
John's radar goes off as he sees Kate over Heather's shoulder.
Who is the new cheerleader?
Kate.
John looks her up and down with his expert eye.
Cute.
We made her a cheerleader, didn't we? But I wouldn't bother. I hear she's still dating someone from back home. Some star football player or something.
You don't say. All right, see ya.
John gives Kate one more look, then heads off. Kate joins Heather.
That's it?
Just planting the seed.
Did he say anything about me?
Cute.
Really? He said that? Did he say anything else? Should I go talk to him? What?
Interior girls' bathroom day. The four girls are gathered.
Emergency meeting. I think we're sending Kate in before she's ready.
I'm totally ready.
You're not exactly playing hard to get.
Oh, come on. I don't want anything to do with him. I'm not hard to get. I'm impossible to get.
Really? Tell them what John said about you.
What, about me being cute? Oh, come on. It was just a comment. I totally don't care. If anything, it's an insult. I know he's just getting ready to use me.
The other girls look at each other. They're not so sure.
Hey, you know the John Tuckers of the world pretty well.
I've been watching them operate at a million schools, and my mom's dated 1,000,001 of them.
Now, don't take this the wrong way, but has one of them ever hit on you?
Not really. No. Wait. One of my mom's boyfriends made a pass at me, but it never worked out with him going to jail and all.
John's an artist. He's the best at what he does. You just saw him seduce an auditorium full of girls. How do you think it's going to be when he focuses all of that charm on you?
This hits home. Kate's eyes go wide. She starts to realize she might not be as ready as she thought she was.
You can do this, but you have to be careful. Kate, John's an athlete. He likes competition. He wants to win, not just have his victory handed to him. If you blush and pass out when he winks at you, he's going to lose interest.
Exactly. So you've got to make him chase you. If it's too easy, he'll move on. Do you understand?
Absolutely. I really do. I've got it under control.
He really called you cute?
Yeah, that's what Heather... Damn it!
Look, it's not that hard. Just don't be eager. When he says something, count to 3 in your head before you answer. Don't show any interest in him. Don't even look at him too much. Don't touch him, not even his hand. Got it?
Kate doesn't answer.
I said, do you have it?
I was counting to 3.
Not that slowly. We don't want him to think you're deaf.
All right, he's noticed me. Now, how do we know he'll take the bait?
He will. I know John. I know cheerleaders. I know John and cheerleaders.
Kate shrugs. We'll see. Everyone heads out. Interior hallway later. We're outside of a classroom. The bell rings and the door opens. Heather and Kate come out to find John standing there, waiting.
We just keep bumping into each other. Think it's fate.
Heather winks at Kate, walks off. Kate counts to 3, then...
What's up?
As the president of the school welcome wagon, it's my official responsibility to invite you to dinner Friday night.
That's mighty welcoming, but I'm going to have to take a pass.
John looks stunned. This doesn't happen.
You busy or...
Sure, I'm busy. Nice meeting you, John.
Kate walks off. Once John can't see her, she breaks out into a smile, obviously pleased with herself. A passing Beth whacks her with a book and glares at her. Kate curses herself silently and stops smiling. Interior lab later. Scott's working at a station. Flames suddenly shoot 3 feet out of his Bunsen burner. He grabs at the gas, turns it off. Kate enters the room in her cheer uniform and crosses to join him. He looks up, surprised.
Huh.
What?
Nothing. It's just you're on the track team. Thought you were an athlete, not a cheerleader.
What, you don't think cheering is athletic? I had to kick my leg in the air 4 times today.
She does half a kick to illustrate. Scott laughs.
Nice, but I don't think it really qualifies as a sport. And if I can do it...
He kicks his leg into the air, promptly knocking over a row of beakers.
Impressive. We're looking for a male cheerleader if you're interested.
As Scott cleans up.
You know, I never see you out.
At where?
Parties, around. I know you're new. If you're interested, I could let you know when something's going on.
That'd be great.
Actually, there is a party this weekend. I could tell you where it is.
I'd love that.
Or I could, pick you up.
Wait, are you asking me out?
No, I'm just not good at directions. Giving them or following them. So I just thought it would be easier to pick you up.
There's a commotion at the door. Kate looks to see a boy enter the room carrying flowers. He goes up to the teacher.
I mean, if you want me to ask you out, I suppose it could be that too. I don't want to compromise our great working relationship as lab partners, but
Kate didn't hear, distracted by the scene at the door.
I'm sorry, what?
oh, I was just saying.
The teacher points at the door.
No, you can't interrupt my class. Where are you supposed to be? I've just got to drop these off.
The freshman walks over to Kate, hands her the flowers, and heads out. Everyone is staring at Kate, who's blushing.
Okay, if we could get back to.
The door opens. Another boy enters with more flowers. He crosses to Kate and hands them over.
What's your name? You can't just come in here.
Sorry.
He runs out. The door opens a second later. Another boy, more flowers. He crosses to Kate and drops them off. We follow this boy out into interior hallway continuous. At least a dozen boys are lined up in the hall, all holding bouquets. At the end of the line is a kid in a gorilla suit, also holding flowers. Interior bathroom later. Kate is in the bathroom with her 3 friends. Despite herself, Kate's a little excited.
Did you see all the flowers?
Classic Tucker.
In the singing telegram? Not that I care, but no one's ever done anything like that for me.
Wait until the picnic on his family's boat.
Which I totally won't be impressed by. How big is it?
You could land a helicopter on it.
Yeah, it's almost as big as his vacation house. What? I think about other things than sex. We did have some awesome sex in that vacation house. And the greenhouse. And the yacht.
Well, no matter how big anything of John's is, I promise not to be impressed.
That'll throw him. He won't know what to do.
This is actually working. We're playing his game and we're going to win. You're going to be the girl who makes John Tucker fall in love. You're going to be a legend.
Kate looks at her friends, all looking at her with respect. It's the first time something like this has ever happened to her, and she likes it. Exterior outside school later. Students are heading out of the building at the end of the day. Scott, John, and some of his jock friends are hanging out by the door. John turns to Scott.
You know that new girl, Kate?
She's not your type.
Girl is my type. Well, except for the uggos.
Well, then you're definitely not hers. She listens to Elvis Costello. She reads Salinger for fun, not for class. She'd sit through you in a second.
You're selling me short. I can pretend to be deep when I need to.
Scott just shakes his head as Heather, Kate, and a couple other cheerleaders exit the school. John raises his shades and nods to Kate.
Hey, Kate, you get the flowers?
I didn't know what to do with them, so I sent them over to the nursing home. My grandma and her friends flipped. Thanks.
Kate smiles and disappears towards the parking lot. John scowls. Why isn't this working?
Maybe if we headed down to the nursing home, you'd have a chance with your grandma.
John chuckles, which the other guys think are cute. It's okay to laugh along.
I'm glad she's playing hard to get. The local girls have been so easy for so long. I'd almost forgotten how to do this.
Angle on 2 geeky freshman girls taking in the scene. Then they turn and watch Kate as she walks away.
I can't believe her. If John Tucker gave me flowers, I'd go out with him in a second.
John Tucker gave me gum, I'd have his baby.
Interior high school gym night. Another basketball game. We pan slowly across the crowd, seeing all the same kids we saw in the opening scene. Everyone yells and applauds, and off screen we hear the cheerleaders.
Black, G, A, Taurus. Black, G.
One Kate in her cheer outfit.
Haters!
Why don't you reveal all the cheerleaders, clapping and kicking? The referee blows a whistle and both teams head from the sidelines back onto the floor. Kate edges over to Heather so they can speak privately. Kate's back is to the game.
I don't think your plan is working.
Relax.
I screwed it up. He hasn't looked at me since I turned him down the other day.
Kate, I promise you this will work.
How do you know?
Heather points over Kate's shoulder. Kate turns to find John standing next to her, dribbling the ball.
Kate, Spencer, how you doing?
John's near midcourt. Under the basket, the game is still going on. All 4 of his teammates are shouting for the ball, and the defenders are looking on confused. Every other eye in the gym is on Kate.
Fine. How about you?
Not so good. I like this girl, but I don't think she knows I exist.
The gym is going nuts. The shot clock is winding down. 10, 9, 8. John's teammates are panicking, clapping their hands to get his attention, and the coach is turning red. He's so furious.
Shoot the ball!
Excuse me.
John turns, shoots from 35 feet away, swishes it. He turns back to Kate.
So what you say, there's a party over at Dan's house, and I was thinking,
John?
The other team inbounds the ball and starts sprinting up the court. John sticks out his arm and clotheslines the player with the ball. He hits the ground hard. The ref blows the whistle for a foul. The coach runs over to John, yelling the whole way.
What are you doing? Why'd you foul him?
task Kate out.
The coach takes a deep breath, tries to keep from strangling John. He glares at Kate.
Well?
The entire gym is hanging on her answer.
If it'll make him play, fine.
Everyone erupts in applause. Interior Kate's bedroom night. Kate sitting in a chair wearing a robe, as the other three girls are all hovering over her. Heather's putting her hair in curlers. Beth is painting her toenails, and Carrie's reading from the school paper.
What KS is taking the school by storm, capturing the attention of the school's biggest prize, JT?
I don't know. Wait, that was me? I'm the KS taking the school by storm?
I couldn't write it if it weren't true.
So, do you think you're ready for John?
Sure thing. Play hard to get, count to 3, got it.
No. That's when you were playing hard to get. He's got you. You're going out.
So I count to 4? Oh my god, I have no idea. I'm panicking. I'm going out tonight and I have no idea what to do.
Should I slap her?
You're with 3 girls who know how he operates. You're going to be fine. The trick is just to keep him off balance.
Yes, exactly. Once he figures you out, you're toast. So keep him guessing.
Lie, evade, ignore.
Or just be mysterious.
You got it?
No.
Let's try this. I'm John. You be Kate.
Hey, I want to be John.
Look, it was my idea.
So now we're fighting about which one of us is John. This is stupid. I'll be John.
The other two open their mouths to object. Beth just punches ahead.
Hey, baby. How you doing?
Doesn't sound anything like him.
Shh. I said, how you doing?
Oh, I don't know.
Good.
How are you?
No!
No?
Don't be interested in him. Who cares about him? It is all about you.
Want to catch a movie?
I could.
Nah, still too interested.
Maybe I should just grunt.
Not bad. Try it.
Kate makes a non-committal noise. The girls nod.
Nice.
What do you want to see?
I don't know. You want to catch the new Brad Pitt movie?
The girls shake their head.
He's not in control. You're in control.
But don't let him know what you really want.
But it was good that you mentioned someone better looking than him.
Right. So, better, but still lousy. Okay? Try again.
So, what do you want to see?
Kate thinks, trying to come up with the perfect answer. Finally, in a small voice,
What do you think I want to see? And don't be wrong.
the girls clap. Not bad. Kate collapses back onto the bed, relieved. Interior BMW night. John is driving Kate in his car.
So tell me about you.
What do you want to know?
Everything. What do you listen to? What's your favorite TV show? What's your favorite color? Who are you? What do you like?
You think I'm just going to spit it all out like that? You're going to have to work to get to know me.
You're impressive.
Really? Really?
John reaches across Kate, opens his glove box, flips through a stack of CDs. He takes his time choosing, finally finding the perfect one. He slips it in. It's Elvis Costello's Uncomplicated. Not a hit that everyone would know, but not so obscure that a fan wouldn't love it. He starts singing along. Surprisingly, he's a great singer, and he's obviously been practicing the song. Kate is surprised. After a few lines, she interrupts him.
You like Elvis Costello?
If you tell me you don't, I'm kicking you out of the car right now.
No, I love him. I mean, he's all right, I guess. You know, you're actually a really good singer.
I'm all right.
I'm serious. You've got a great voice. Have you ever thought about going out for a musical or something?
John laughs.
What's so funny?
Oklahoma starring John Tucker.
Kate laughs.
Okay, so maybe the school's not ready for that.
Kate shakes her head and looks out the window so John can't see her smile. He may be an asshole, but he's a charming asshole. Exterior front yard night. Kids are streaming in and out of a house mid-party. Music is blasting, every light is on, beer bottles are littering the yard. John's BMW pulls up, drives right onto the lawn. Interior house night. Kate walks into the party on John's arm. They move through the crowd, everyone smiling and greeting Kate by name.
Hey, Kate.
Hey, how you doing?
Looking good, Kate.
Great dress, Kate.
Kate, hi, it's Becky from Trig.
Looks like I'm dating the most popular girl in school.
Lucky you.
Interior hallway later. Kate stands next to another girl, waiting to go into the bathroom. Carrie walks up, gets in line. The bathroom empties. The girl in front of Kate goes in, leaving Kate and Carrie alone. They immediately talk in conspiratorial whispers without looking at each other, in case anyone is watching.
Totally got him. He can't keep his eyes off you. He gets paranoid anytime another guy even gets near you.
I think you're exaggerating a little.
They stop talking as the two freshman girls walk up to Kate. They giggle and push each other. Finally, one of them talks.
I heard you got busted smoking weed with Christina Aguilera, and that's why you had to leave California.
Wow.
Are you really a Kennedy?
No, sorry.
The bathroom empties. Kate goes in. Carrie whispers to the freshman.
Totally a Kennedy. Changed her name so she could try to live in peace.
The girls gasp. Interior living room later. Kate finishes a drink in her hand, looks around for somewhere to set it down. From behind her. Scott enters and says,
Freshen that drink up for you, ma'am.
Oh, could you? It's...
She turns and sees it's Scott.
Hey, lab partner.
Just when I say I never see you, here you are. Thought you didn't get out.
I always got out. I guess I just wasn't getting out to the places that you were, so now we're both out. Here. Maybe I should have another drink.
What are you drinking?
He laughs.
Who are you here with?
You don't know?
Should I? Is it someone famous?
No, of course not. That was stupid. It's just,
John walks up, puts his arm around Kate. Scott raises an eyebrow at Kate. This is a surprise.
Hey, baby brother, Dad told me to make sure you got home by midnight.
Hey, big brother. Dad told me you're adopted.
John laughs and walks away with Kate, who looks over her shoulder and smiles at Scott. When she's gone, Scott shakes his head in disbelief. Interior living room later. The party's breaking up. The music's off. Everyone is heading out. John and one of his buddies are heading off for the door, carrying another guy who's either drunk or dead. John calls out to Kate, who's sitting with Heather.
Let me just dump Howie in the bushes and we'll go.
okay.
Kate and Heather watch them lug their friend out, banging him into every piece of furniture along the way.
Time for the ride home. I guess this is where he makes his move, huh?
Oh no, he'll be a total gentleman on the first date.
Good. That makes it easier.
It's all part of his plan. I'm totally attracted to you, but I don't want to screw up what we have by... I've got it.
What?
Oh, this'll work. Are you a good kisser?
I don't know. How does anyone know?
Do you guys tell you you're a good kisser?
Oh my god, I'm a bad kisser.
Look, this isn't hard. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about kissing.
Right now?
We don't have a lot of time. Pay attention.
Heather and Kate notice that a young freshman boy is standing there listening to them. He's in a trance.
Go ahead, kiss her. Don't let me get in your way. Kiss her right now.
Heather rolls her eyes, keeps her hand on his face, and pushes him backwards. He crashes to the floor. Interior BMW later. John pulls up in front of Kate's house. He turns off the car, turns to her.
This is going to sound like such a line, but I've got to say it. You were the most beautiful girl at that party tonight.
You're sweet.
Normally I'd be all over you, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to risk what we have by moving too fast.
John takes her hand tenderly, kisses her on the cheek.
Let me walk you to the door.
When John turns to open up his door, Kate grabs his shirt and pulls him back, goes in to kiss him hard. She misjudges, ends up banging into him.
Ow.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. My vision's a little blurry, but I'm fine. Okay, don't move.
She goes in, slower this time, and kisses him. He's caught off guard, lets her kiss him. She runs her hands through his hair, really messing it up. John relaxes, starts getting into it, runs his hands up and down her back. Finally, he starts to creep his hand around to the front. 2 inches before he gets us to an R rating, she pulls back, offended.
What do you think you're doing?
Sorry, it's just you.
Don't worry about it. I had a great night.
She kisses him one more time, then opens her door and gets out. He watches her go, his hair standing straight up from Kate messing it up. He's in a daze. What the hell just happened? Kate walks up to the house as John watches from the car. She doesn't look back as she enters her house. Interior Kate's house, living room, continuous. Kate comes in the front door, closes it, smiles a satisfied smile. Her mom comes into the room.
Here she is, back from her big date. How did it go?
It's not really a date, Mom. I don't like him.
Right.
Lori has something to say, but isn't sure she should. She starts, stops, starts again.
Listen, honey, I'm not sure this is a good idea.
Excuse me?
Pretending you like a guy? I don't want to see you get hurt.
I'm not going to get hurt. He is. Look, I'm doing this for my friends. I'm popular, I'm having fun, they're being great to me. This is important to them, so it's important to me, okay?
Well, look, my advice is to not do this.
Mom, I don't really need your advice.
That's what moms do.
No, moms give advice about things that they know about.
Lori's hurt. Kate sees she's gone too far.
Mom, what I meant to say was I love you, and there are a ton of things I'd come to you for advice about, not this. You have to admit that you've had your share of troubles with guys like John Tucker, so you might not be too objective, all right?
Fair enough. Okay.
Lori hugs Kate. She pastes a smile on her face, but it's clear she's still wounded. Interior hall day. The bell rings. Classes empty into the hall. Kate walks out of her room as John walks up, puts his arm around Kate.
So I'm thinking about that I'll swing by your house around 8.
Ooh, I'd love to go out, but I have plans.
What's going on?
Just stuff.
John's a little put off. Has he lost it?
Well, if you finish your stuff, give me a call.
I'll put you on my list.
Kate kisses John on the cheek and walks over to her locker. John watches her go, then laughs confidently, just in case anyone's watching. Beth is standing at a locker near Kate's. Once John walks out of earshot, they talk.
You're getting so good at this. I'm going to do this to the next guy I date.
No, you're not, you big slut.
You're right.
Interior Kate's bedroom night. All the lights are out in Kate's room. The only illumination comes from a pair of flashlights that Kate and Carrie are holding. The girls are on Kate's bed playing Monopoly.
Never realized being popular could be so boring.
It could be worse. You could be driving around the block all night staring at a dark window.
She looks at her watch.
Time?
Kate and Carrie turn off their flashlights and crawl over to the window. The shade is down. They pull it up a few inches and peek out. Down on the street, John's car slowly drives by. John's face is visible in the window, staring up at Kate's house. The girls back away from the window. Carrie pulls out her notebook, turns on the flashlight, and starts writing.
Like clockwork.
Carrie looks at her watch again.
Let me comb my hair and brush my teeth, and we'll get some sleep.
Please tell me that's not on your schedule.
Carrie looks embarrassed, closes her notebook. It clearly is on her schedule.
Of course not. I'm not crazy.
Carrie tucks the notebook safely under a pillow, starts out of the room, comes back, takes the notebook with her, and leaves. Kate laughs. Interior Kate's bedroom later that night. Kate and Carrie are asleep, and the lights are out. There's a beeping. Carrie sits upright, presses a button on her watch, turning off the alarm. She reaches over and turns on the light, lies back down.
You think he's still watching?
The phone rings. Kate reaches for it. Carrie catches her.
Remember? 4 rings.
Kate nods, counts, and picks up the phone.
Hello?
Interior John's car continuous. John's in his car, talking on the cell phone.
Oh, hey, Kate.
Who's this?
It's me, John.
Oh, hey, I just got in. What's up?
I was just about to leave this party, and I thought, you know what? I haven't seen Kate all night. I wonder how she's doing.
I'm doing fine. How about you? You have a good night?
Sure. Did you?
Busy, but good.
John waits, but there's no more information forthcoming.
Well, as long as I have you, did you figure out if you're doing anything Saturday?
Ooh, I think I'm booked.
That's cool.
Listen, it's not a date if you're worried.
Now that he knows it's not a date, John relaxes greatly.
Hey, until I put a ring on your finger, I can't tell you what to do.
You think once a man gets married, he can tell his wife what to do?
No, I was just saying, so what are you doing?
I'm actually going to be helping my mom out on that campaign I was telling you about. You can stop by if you want.
No. You do your thing. I don't want to crowd you. If you change your mind, give me a call. If not, I'll catch you Monday.
Sure thing. Oh, crap.
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. My mom's been saying there's some perv checking out our house all night, and I think I see him.
Want me to cruise by and check it out?
Kate looks out her window.
Nah, I'll just call the cops.
Kate's POV. John's car speeds away. Interior John's car continuous. John takes a corner, phone clutched against his shoulder.
All right, then
The phone flies away, crashes into the floor. He reaches down to get it, the car swerving crazily. He hits a mailbox before he manages to get the phone and car under control.
Okay, talk to you later.
John hangs up, drives off, and looks back nervously. Interior Kate's bedroom continuous. Kate hangs up. She and Carrie bust out laughing. Interior Scott's bedroom night. Scott's asleep in his room. John throws the door open, turns on the light, and stomps over to Scott's bed.
You up?
Scott doesn't move, so John shakes him. Scott blinks out of a dead sleep, very confused.
What are you doing here?
Hey, can a guy talk to his brother?
None of the guy's you, and not now.
John sits down, picks up a guitar, starts noodling on it, and he and Scott talk.
Fine. How's life, John?
Great as always. How about you?
Trouble sleeping. Aside from that, I'm okay.
Cool. Hey, what are you doing tomorrow?
Please tell me you don't want to go fishing in Bond or something. Wait a second. Do you have some incurable disease?
Dude, you're so suspicious. Hey, if you're not doing anything tomorrow, you mind doing me a favor?
I'll do it.
Don't you want to know what it is?
No, I want you to go away.
I want you to help me with a girl.
If I were going to help you with anything, it wouldn't be seducing some poor girl. Whoever she is, she's better off without you.
Whatever, I hope you never need a favor from me.
I won't.
John puts down the guitar and starts to leave. Scott suddenly sits up.
Wait a second. Kate Spencer?
Yeah, why?
What do you want me to do?
I want you to go to some political thing that she's supposed to be at, make sure she's there, and keep an eye on her.
Fine, I'll do it.
Okay. What? Why?
What is this, 20 questions? Do you want my help or not?
Yeah, sure, I owe you one.
John leaves the room. Interior campaign headquarters day. The nerve center of the campaign is basically a sparsely furnished office space with Valletta for mayor, banners and posters with a candidate's grinning face. Volunteers work the phones and stuff envelopes. Kate is here. She's licking, folding, and stamping with the best of them. Her mom comes up with the candidate himself.
Kate, I'd like you to meet Sal Villetta.
It's a pleasure to meet.
Kate looks up, smiling, then blinks in disbelief. Kate's POV. Behind Sal's shoulder is one of his posters. Kate stares at it, then the real thing comes into focus. A perfect match. Except that in real life, his ears stick out so far they look like they're coming after you. It's truly disturbing. Kate looks back and forth between the photo and the man. Back to scene. Sal turns around, sees a photo, and chuckles.
I know. I still can't get used to having Big Sal staring at me either.
It's a very good picture.
Just between us. Good lighting and a lot of makeup.
Kate laughs politely.
Mhm.
Someone taps Sal on the shoulder. He turns away from Kate to talk to them.
So, what do you think?
He seems great, Mom. Really?
Handsome?
No, not that.
Lori laughs.
But that's good. It's different.
Very. Hey, that guy over there is waving at you.
Lori points. Kate turns and sees Scott.
Scott?
Who?
It's John's brother, Scott.
Scott crosses
Hey, Kate.
over.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to volunteer.
Lori clears her throat.
Sorry, Scott, this is my mom.
Nice to meet you. And
Scott
your
politely shakes her hand, turns back to Kate.
So where's the candidate?
Kate points. Scott sees Sal.
Oh, holy crap. I've never seen a real candidate before.
Kate grabs Scott's hand and pulls him away. They move as fast as they can, trying not to look at each other because every time they do, they laugh. Finally, when they're a safe distance away,
So, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? I'm always volunteering for political campaigns. Alright, John sent me. It's his way of keeping an eye on you without making it look like he's keeping an eye on you. I'm supposed to play it cool. Make sure you're actually here, not give anything away. Oops.
You're like the worst spy in the world.
Or am I the best spy in the world?
Kate shakes her head, pulls Scott through the crowd. Interior campaign headquarters later. Kate and Scott sit across from each other at a table, licking envelopes. Scott nods at one of the posters.
I hope this guy doesn't make any speeches outside. You know, a gust of wind comes up and suddenly...
Scott mimes Sal flying away as his ears catch the wind.
I saw him trip once. It took 3 minutes to hit the ground.
Scott lowers his voice and points across the room.
Be careful. He's only 40 feet away. I'm sure he can hear you.
Hear me? He can take my pulse.
Across the room, Sal sees Kate and Scott looking over, smiles and gives them a big thumbs up. They wave back.
Oh my god, I think you're right.
At least, Kate tries to say that, but all the glue from licking the envelopes messes up her speech, and what she really says is,
Oh my god, I think you're right.
Excuse me, but
I think my tongue is stuck.
it's almost like your tongue is stuck.
Stop it!
Stop it right now.
Kate's laughing so hard she almost falls out of her chair. After she calms down a bit,
Listen, I've got to ask you something. Why are you going out with my brother?
Kate stops laughing completely, takes a sip of the soda to clean off her tongue.
Why do you ask?
The first time I saw you, you didn't seem too impressed by it.
You know what they say about first impressions.
That they're always right?
Is that what they say? I've been using that saying wrong for a long time.
You just seem like the kind of girl who wouldn't go for him. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Everyone dates my brother. But I'm sure you'll be the last. I'm sure you're the one. Hey, these envelopes aren't going to lick themselves.
Scott busying himself with an envelope. Kate joins him. Exterior outside an expensive restaurant. John's BMW pulls up to the front of the restaurant. As John gets out of the car, a valet walks up to the passenger door, but John waves him off and opens the door himself, giving Kate his hand and helping her out of the car.
So I finally let John take me to dinner. I've got to be honest, I know it's an act, but John Tucker makes you feel like the only woman in the world.
As Kate and John enter the restaurant, Kate discovers that interior expensive restaurant Sunset. They're the only people there. One table is set. It's in the window overlooking a lake. Every other table is covered with candles, which provide the only light in the place. It's breathtaking. Exterior expensive restaurant later. They're seated at their table as 4 waiters come out from the kitchen. 2 pick up their salad plates, then the other 2 set down the next course, all perfectly synchronized.
He rented out the best restaurant in the city just for us, complete with entertainment.
3 men come out, dressed up like a barbershop quartet, except, well, there are 3 of them. They begin singing.
K, 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 K.
Tom slides in front of them on his knees, providing the missing voice.
Kate.
They sing as Kate laughs.
After that, we went for a little ride.
Exterior road day. Kate and John sit next to each other in a horse-drawn carriage, blanket over them, sipping out of mugs.
Taxis are so gouch, don't you think? I'm traveling everywhere in one of these from now on.
Exterior yacht night. John and Kate sit on the deck of John's family yacht. Kate looks over the rail as the ship cruises along, the stars lighting their way.
It's so great you run track. Did you know that women who compete in sports are 75% less likely to be the victim of abuse? What?
Do you ever turn it off?
Turn what off, my dear?
Okay, I guess you don't.
No, seriously, what do you mean?
Seriously, do you ever take a break and just be John Tucker?
This is John Tucker.
No, that's John Tucker trying to impress Kate Spencer by talking about how great women's track is. What do you want to talk about? What do you really care about?
Well, I love basketball. Hey, speaking of that, there's an away game coming up. We'll be out of town. Maybe we can spend a little time together.
Quit changing the subject. What do you care about besides basketball?
I don't know. No one's ever asked me that before.
John thinks and laughs.
I don't even know if I love basketball. My dad taught me how to play when I was like 3, and I've done it. Would you like me if I didn't play basketball?
There's a lot more to you than basketball.
Well, you'd say that, but because you're different than most girls want to be with me because of what I am, not who I am. Everyone thinks it's one-sided. John Tucker only dates the hot chicks, but a lot of those girls only date the stud athlete or the rich guy. You know, there's the one thing I love besides basketball. It's kind of stupid and embarrassing.
No, go ahead.
We actually talked about it before. I wish I were brave enough to step on a stage and perform. I don't think anything would make me happier than to look down, connect with my audience, and just...
And he stares into Kate's eyes and begins singing.
Beluche Tour French.
John can't help it. He's back in seducer mode. Kate busts out laughing. Interior gym night. The cheerleaders are standing on the sidelines of a different gym. They're the visiting team as the game is going on. Up in the stands, Carrie and Beth sit together, taking it in. A boy sitting in the stands gets up to ask Kate a question, and Kate leans close so she can hear him. On court, John notices, can't look away, and trips and falls on his face.
Oh, God. Was he ever that infatuated with any of us?
Of course not. He was always in charge. It was always us falling over our feet.
They take this in for a moment.
How far do you think we can push him?
I think it's time to find out.
Carrie pulls out her notebook, reveals the well-worn page with the plan on it.
Make Kate date bait. Done.
Do they have to rhyme?
No, it's just nice when they do. Play hard to get, make him chase, don't follow Beth's lead and give it up on the first date.
It does not say that.
Just seeing if you're listening. Okay, time to see how far he's willing to go for love.
You only make a fool of yourself if you're in love.
So let's find out. And if it turns out he's ready, then we can go ahead and...
She holds out the notebook to Beth.
Make John's heart smart. Not your best work.
I was stretching.
Beth notices something.
Hey, it does say that about me giving it up.
Carrie slams the book shut.
Come on, focus.
Carrie stands and walks out, Beth following, looking peeved. Interior, Kate and Heather's hotel room night. Heather and Kate are in their hotel room. There's a quiet knock on the door. Heather goes over and opens it, lets Beth and Carrie in. They have shopping bags with them.
Hey guys, what do you think?
We think he's ready.
Kate looks a little
great.
You really think I can pull this off?
You don't have to. That's what we're here for.
She shoves a bag at Kate.
Put this on. We'll set up the camera.
Checks her watch.
Go, go.
Kate takes the bag into the bathroom. Carrie pulls out her laptop as Beth and Heather drag a desk over to the bed. Interior, Kate and Heather's hotel room later. Carrie knocks on the bathroom door.
Come on, we're on a schedule. What's the holdup?
I'm almost ready.
Carrie opens up the door and peeks in.
Wow.
Carrie holds open the door, and Kate comes out of the bathroom wearing a short, sexy robe.
How do I look?
Kate opens up her robe, showing off her lingerie. It's black and sexy, and Kate's in great shape.
I'm going on a diet.
I think I might be gay.
Well, there's your answer.
You are really hot. I don't mean this as an insult, but why do you always dress like a schlub and hide yourself? You should take some lessons from your mom.
Yeah, I'll pass on that. I think the less I take after my mom, the happier I'll be.
Come on, if you work it a little more, you'd be beating guys off with a stick.
I wouldn't want the kind of guy who just wants me to look like this.
But that's all of them.
No. Is it? Oh my god.
Okay, no time for epiphanies. Let's go.
Kate pulls her robe back on as Carrie leads Kate to the bed. The laptop has been set up on the desk facing Kate, and there's a webcam on top of the computer. Heather, Beth, and Carrie take their positions across from Kate, behind the computer. Carrie reaches over and presses a button. Interior, John's hotel room. John is on a laptop while the other player in the room watches TV. From John's computer, we hear,
Better have you naked by the end of this song. Better have you naked by the end of this song. Better have you naked by the end of this song.
Chuckles.
God, how many times can you watch Janet Jackson's boob pop out of her dress?
There's a chime from John's computer. We see the screen, and on it, a window has popped up. Kate S. has requested a video chat. Do you accept? John hits OK, and a window pops open with Kate.
Hello there.
Interior, Kate and Heather's hotel room. Kate looks into the camera. Just on the other side, the other three girls are actively coaching her during the entire conversation, holding up notes, mouthing words, pantomiming.
What you doing?
Homework, you know.
Yeah, I bet. You alone?
John snaps his fingers at his teammate, points to the bathroom. The roommate glares, heads in, and closes the door.
I am now. How about you?
Yeah.
Would they put you with? Who'd they put you with?
Heather shakes her head violently.
Not Heather.
The girls groan.
I mean, they wanted to put me with Heather, but she didn't want to be with me because, I'm dating you.
So you're there all by yourself.
I know. Isn't that sad? I'm so lovely.
She's looking at a sign that Carrie's holding up. Carrie glares, scribbles on it, holds it back up.
Lonely. I'm so lonely.
Well, maybe you need some company.
That's just what I was thinking, but there's a problem. I just tried to go out in the hall and Coach Williams is totally watching. No way you could get there.
Damn it.
I mean, unless you went out on the ledge and came in through the window.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's crazy. Too bad. I got all dressed up. Or down.
Kate lets her robe slip off one shoulder, showing off one bra strap.
I could try the ledge.
Awesome. I'm 5 windows down. I already counted.
I'm on my way.
The girls high five and pump their fists. It's working. Suddenly, Beth gets an idea. She holds up her hand, gesturing madly.
Hold on.
What?
Beth pantomimes shaving her face.
Did you shave?
Yeah, sure.
Beth gestures, shaving her chest.
Your chest?
What? Of course not.
Beth pantomimes swimming. Kate smiles, getting it.
This is kind of crazy, but I have a thing for swimmers.
Swimmers?
Beth and Heather get it now. Fight to not laugh out loud.
There's something so sexy about a smooth body, you know, like a swimmer.
I don't know.
It's nuts, but when a guy isn't shaved, it's like wrestling a bear. I just don't like hair rubbing all over my bare skin.
Kate lets the robe fall off, so she's wearing her bra.
So, like, shave my chest?
Everything. Legs, armpits, everything. Totally smooth.
Not my hair.
No, of course.
Heather waves her arms.
Hold on. Yeah, your hair too.
No way, my hair is one of the best 3 things about me. Hair, eyes, hair, ass. There was a poll in the school paper.
Carrie scribbles on a piece of paper. Kate reads.
If you love me, you'll do it. I didn't want you to, but when you said you wouldn't, I know if I love someone, there's nothing I wouldn't do for them.
John hesitates. This is a biggie. Carrie yawns. Kate follows suit, gives a huge yawn for John's benefit, then pulls her robe back on.
You know what? Maybe you're right. I'll just see you tomorrow.
No, wait. Give me 5 minutes.
Be careful on the ledge. Oh, and I'm going to turn the lights out, okay? I'm a little shy. Just get comfortable and climb in.
Kate blows John a kiss. Carrie closes the computer. The girls bust out laughing. Interior hotel room later. The room is completely dark. The only light comes from outside. And then through the window, we see John inching across the ledge. He's in the shadows, but it's clear he's just wearing boxers and nothing else. No hair on his head or on his body. He pushes open the window and climbs in. In the room, he spots the bed, sees a person sleeping in it. He climbs into bed. Now that he's in the room, it's impossible to see anything but vague shapes.
Oh, Kate.
Oh, Daryl.
Daryl. Who's Daryl?
Who's Kate?
You mean Coach?
The light beside the bed flips on. John's got a big surprise. He's in bed with Coach Williams. The girls cheer Coach. She lets out a high-pitched scream. John lets out a higher-pitched one. Interior hallway. Moments later, people are filing out of their bedrooms to see what all the commotion is about. Carrie and Beth aren't there, but Kate and Heather are gathered in the crowd. Coach Williams comes out of her room, John in tow. He's still wearing his boxers, and Coach Williams is using them as a handle to pull him along. She's got them hiked so far up that there isn't much breathing space left inside them.
No, dear God. Hurts so much, please. Not that. They mean so much to me.
We get our first good look at John in the light. He is completely, utterly, blindingly hairless. The crowd in the hall have their mouths hanging open. What the hell is going on? Finally, the people get over their shock enough to begin laughing heartily. A flash. Heather's got a camera and just got a prime picture. John looks at the camera in a daze and notices Kate. Kate looks sheepish.
Sorry. I guess it was 6 windows.
Finally, John's coach comes into the hall.
What the hell is going on here?
Daryl, I think this chihuahua belongs to you. I found it in my bed.
Please make her let go.
Coach Williams lets go and pushes John towards his coach, who grabs his arm and leads him away in shame. People are falling over themselves laughing and pointing as he goes. Interior hallway day. John walks down the hall, shaved head on display. People point and whisper as he walks. A few girls giggle.
John's aura was punctured. Don't get me wrong, he was still John Tucker, and he managed to put a good spin on it almost immediately.
John meets up with a bunch of other guys from his basketball team. They now all have shaved heads. They high five, admire each other. Exterior track day. Late afternoon, Kate trains alone, sprinting around the track as fast as she can, really pushing.
But he was in love. He was getting desperate. He was almost ready for the big fall. All I had to do was deliver, and nothing was going to get in my way.
Kate stops in her tracks.
Scott.
Scott stands on the side of the track. He applauds.
I think you won.
I'm the only one running.
No, how smart are you?
Kate laughs. As she talks, she steps up and down in place, keeping her muscles warm. Scott notices, starts stepping along with her.
Okay, you can stop making fun of me anytime. I've just got to keep moving so I don't cramp up.
Well, I didn't even notice I was doing it. It's like when you talk to a guy with an accent and you start doing the accent. I am having very much fun dancing with you. Please try the patterns.
Okay, we're stopping.
Kate stops. Scott follows suit.
You sure you're not going to cramp up? I mean, you were jogging at a pretty torrid pace.
You want to race? Come on, I just did 5 miles. I'll still slaughter you.
No way. I'm just a big talker. Absolutely nothing to back it up.
Kate laughs, then grabs at one leg, staggers forward.
Ow, ow, ow.
She collapses into Scott's arms. Scott picks her up, carries her over to a bench, and sets her down.
Guess you weren't kidding. I'm almost feeling guilty for making fun of you.
He kneels down in front of her, working on the cramping calf, massaging it.
Almost? What would it take to make you feel guilty?
Something big, like a leg falling off.
Nice.
Kate and Scott laugh. Scott looks up at Kate. Kate looks down at Scott. His hands are on her leg, and all of a sudden things are weird. There's a definite vibe in the air. They both immediately get uncomfortable. Scott lets go of her leg and stands up.
Feeling better?
Yeah,
Good.
thanks.
After a long pause,
I should finish my workout before I...
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, good running into you.
Kate smiles, turns, and sprints away. Scott watches her go. Interior girls' bathroom day. Our 4 girls are gathered in the bathroom.
It smells in here. I'm getting tired of meeting in bathrooms.
We're almost done, then we don't have to sneak around anymore. I figured it out. I've got the perfect place to finish them off.
Yeah, about that. Maybe we've done enough.
What are you talking about?
I mean, we made the guy look like an idiot at the hotel.
He's bounced back from a lot worse than that.
Yeah, we haven't done nearly enough. This is just part of the plan. We hook him, then we crush him. All we've done is hook him.
I know how much you love plans. I'm just not sure how much more we need to do.
The girls stare at her, not happily.
I'm just feeling kind of, I don't know, weird.
Finally, Carrie snaps.
What kind of crap is this?
Are you falling for John? Is that it? You want him for yourself.
Look at what this guy does. You're as obsessed with trying to destroy him as you were dating him. You're still letting him control you.
Beth holds up her hand to calm the other two. She goes over to Kate, puts her arm around her, playing good cop.
Look, I know it's tough, but we're almost done. Let's just finish John off, then you're done. You never have to think about him again.
I don't know.
Geez, Kate, I thought we were friends.
We are, aren't we?
I thought so. But friends look out for each other. Friends don't say they'll do something and then...
Heather searches for the right words. Carrie supplies them.
Completely screw everyone over.
Come on, Kate. If you're not going to do it for your friends, then what do you think about doing it to send a message to John Tuckers of the world? If we don't teach him a lesson, he's just going to start ruining other girls' lives. You know it.
All right. Momentary lapse. I'm fine. What's your idea?
Get ready, because this is great. You know how the elections are next week? Well, Kate is going to be the one to announce the winners, and she's going to break up with John right there in front of the whole school.
What the hell?
It's perfect. Everyone's there, cameras are rolling, he's ready to have the whole school choose him as their leader, and we destroy him.
Oh, no.
What's your problem? This is a great idea.
It's a horrible idea. Do you know who announces the election results?
A cheerleader, which is why.
The head cheerleader. She's the designated spirit representative for the entire school. Now, I know you think that's a big joke, but it's not to me.
So we make Kate the head cheerleader.
Good. It'll make it even more painful when he's dumped by the head cheerleader.
Heather
Hold on one freaking second.
She finally has everyone's undivided attention.
I'm the head cheerleader, not her.
Heather, come on.
No, Heather, come on. This is a popularity contest, and I'm the most popular girl in school. Well, I'm sorry, but it's true. The girls in my family have always been the head cheerleaders since, I don't know, the Pilgrims?
Look, we've got a plan and we're going to follow it. We all have to make sacrifices.
Oh, really? What did she sacrifice? Her parents' money?
Hey, don't attack me. It was Carrie's stupid idea.
You said it was great.
And you. What did you sacrifice? Why don't you make Kate the editor of the newspaper?
I would if I thought it would help.
No, you wouldn't. If you gave up one of your precious activities, you'd never get into Harvard.
Silence then.
Do you mean Harvard?
Ugh!
Heather screams in frustration, starts for Carrie. The other girls grab her and hold her back. Heather takes a deep breath, relaxes. When the other girls let her go, she snatches Carrie's notebook and goes over to the sink.
You want to talk sacrifices? Fine.
Heather turns on the water and starts moving the notebook towards it.
I hope you haven't had any good notions today.
Carrie will.
Heather, stop. Everyone made sacrifices.
She turns to Beth for
Sure.
help.
Sure. Carrie, didn't you say that you got a B on the trick test because you were putting so much work into this plan?
A-.
Heather growls.
Wait. And Beth, she doesn't get to hook up with John anymore.
That was really great.
No sale. Heather pushes her notebook towards the water.
Kate, say something.
Okay. Listen, Heather, no one's going to deny that you've made the biggest sacrifices. But come on, nothing could make me more popular than you. The only reason I'm popular at all is because you've taken me under your wing. Just hanging out with you makes everyone think I'm somebody.
Absolutely. You totally rule this school. Everyone knows it.
Carrie's right. As much as I hate to reject the paternalistic power structure of high school, the truth is I'd give my right arm to be head cheerleader.
You wouldn't be much of a cheerleader with one arm.
The only reason I never tried out for cheer is that I was afraid I wouldn't make it.
It would help if you were a little taller, but you probably could have made it.
Are we okay?
We're okay.
They all hug. Carrie snatches a notebook from Heather, cradles it in her arms like a baby. Interior Kate's house kitchen. Kate's in the kitchen on the phone.
No, sorry, she's still not here, but the second she gets home, I'll... Hold on, maybe I hear her.
Lori walks in the room, sees Kate on the phone, starts shaking her head violently.
Oops, nope, not her, but I'll let you know. Good talking to you, Sal.
Kate hangs up.
He's called 3 times.
Thanks.
Why don't you talk to him?
I will. Thanks.
But Kate's not letting Lori change the subject so easily.
You're avoiding him?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see each other anymore.
Figures.
Excuse me?
I said it figures. You finally date someone who seems decent and you dump him as soon as you can.
Kate, who I date is none of your business.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am.
Do you know how screwed up that is? You really think dating all those guys, moving to all those places didn't affect me?
I know it's been hard making friends with the moving.
It's not just friends. Can you imagine what it's like growing up with this? All I've done is watch you date jerks who ruin our lives. I started to think all guys are like that. I mean, could my dating life be more screwed up? The first serious relation I've ever had is with a guy I don't like who has no idea who I really am. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Good thing who you date is none of my business.
Kate storms out of the room. Interior lab day. Kate and Scott are working next to each other.
Hey, did you see Cake has a new album out?
Cool. I'll have to check it out.
I just got it. Want me to bring you a copy?
Nah, I get it.
Everything okay?
Everything's great. Everything okay with you?
Yeah, sure. Things are just little.
Kate makes a mixed up emotion with her hands.
Yeah, I've been getting a little that too.
I think it started when.
Hold that thought. You've got a visitor.
Scott points to the door. John is there waving. Perfect timing. Kate walks out of the room. Interior hallway continuous. Kate joins John.
Listen, I was wondering if you want to get together tonight. We haven't really seen each other since the trip.
Yeah, tonight's not great. I'm just really busy these days. It's cheer season and I've got to keep my focus.
But soon?
Absolutely. I'll call you.
Hey, I hear everyone's saying you're the new head cheerleader.
Yeah, crazy, isn't it?
Not so crazy. You're dating John Tucker.
He flashes his $1 million smile, but it's looking a little less convincing than usual.
Yeah. Okay, see you.
Kate heads back into class. John just stands, watching her go. He doesn't look good. He kind of looks like a desperate girl who's being ignored by the guy she loves. Interior school hallway day. Kate walks down the hall. It seems that everyone knows her, talks to her, congratulates her.
The week leading up to the election seemed to last about a minute. It was so packed. I sure wasn't invisible anymore. I couldn't go anywhere without everyone knowing who I was.
Interior Italian restaurant night. Kate is waiting on an elderly couple.
So, Kate, what's going on with you and John Tucker?
Interior Kate's bedroom night. Kate's asleep in bed. Something wakes her.
John got more and more desperate every day and night.
She looks out her window to find John standing down there, guitar in hand, warbling dashboard confessional screaming infidelities. His usually impressive voice is cracking, interrupted by the tears running down his face. Kate closes the curtains, lies back down, puts a pillow over her face. Interior cafeteria day. Kate walks through the cafeteria with another cheerleader talking.
We didn't want John to fall completely apart before we had a chance to destroy him publicly, so I did spend some time with him.
Kate and the cheerleader sit down at a table, and we see that John's behind them, struggling with their books and trays, loaded down with food. He sets everything down for them. When he's done, Kate pats him on the arm to thank him, then turns back to her friend. John waves weakly and walks away from the table. Interior Kate's kitchen day. Kate is sitting across the table from her mother. They're both reading as they eat, not making eye contact, not acknowledging each other's presence.
So the plan was rolling along. At home, not so much. My mom and I hadn't talked since our fight. Well, that's not precisely true. I asked her to pass me the potatoes once, and she asked me if I'd picked up the toilet paper at the store. So, the lines of communication were open.
Interior Starbucks day. Kate sits with the other three girls.
And before I knew it, it was the day of the election. The buzz around school, started by Carrie, is that something was going to happen. It was the first time politics were ever popular. We got together that morning to work on my speech. It was tough, but we found 5 synonyms for the word womanizer and 17 for dump. At last, it was finally going to be over. We could get our lives back. I was thinking nothing could possibly go wrong now.
They finish. They all get up and head out of the cafe. Kate is the last to leave. She goes over to the trash to throw away her cup and turns towards the door when she's surprised to find Scott standing there, looking extremely confused.
Never pays to think like that. Scott, hey, good to see you.
Since when are you friends with those three?
Well, Heather's a cheerleader with me, you know that, and just know the other 2 from around.
And since when are they even friends? I didn't realize that little video they made about John had brought them so close together.
I didn't know they didn't get along.
No, they've always hated each other. And yet, here they are, still together. With you. Pretty mind-blowing. Pretty crazy coincidence that the 3 girls who tried to humiliate my brother are best friends with his girlfriend. What's going on here?
Kate has no answer.
God, I was so wrong about you. I thought you were different than everyone else. Then you're hanging with them. You end up falling for my brother.
I didn't.
Scott waits for her to explain herself.
Look, you said yourself that your brother was a jerk. I mean, you've watched him hurt all those girls, dating them, lying to them, dumping them. We just thought we'd give him a taste of his own medicine.
So it was just some game the three of you cooked up? Four of you cooked up, making him fall for you? And then what? You're going to dump him?
Kate nods.
At the assembly. Of course. You want to hear something ironic? Do you know why he fell for you? Because you were the first person who was honest with him. The first person who treated him like a human being.
This lands hard on Kate.
Are you going to tell him?
No. Probably does deserve it in some way.
That's what I thought. That's what I agreed to go along with this.
In some way he does deserve it, but in another way, look, do you really think it's all his fault? He is what he is. He doesn't really go out of his way to hide it. So who's to blame? Him? Or the girls who keep lining up to date him, even knowing everything they know about him? And what's his big sin, really? I mean, lying to women to get them to fall in love with them? God, I mean, that's horrible. I bet you can't imagine what kind of person would do that, can you, Kate?
Scott turns and exits, leaving the shattered Kate. Interior Laurie's bedroom, minutes later. Laurie sits in a chair reading, when Kate knocks softly on the door and sticks her head in.
Why aren't you at school? Everything okay?
I needed to talk to you.
Kate sits on the...
I know I told you I don't need your advice about boys. Well, I need your advice about boys.
You know, I'll always try. I can't promise it won't suck, but I'll try.
Okay. Do you think I'm doing the right thing, dumping John tonight?
Tough question right off the bat. Laurie searches for words.
I know you didn't think this was a good idea from the beginning, but it's too late. I'm in, and I need to know what to do.
Okay, well, John's a real bastard, right?
I don't know. Maybe there's more to him. Maybe there's an actual person there.
He did hurt all your friends.
Yeah, he did. And if I don't go through with it, they won't be my friends anymore.
You don't love him, do you?
No, I don't love him.
Kate shakes her head, trying to sort it out.
So I can ruin the life of a guy who's never done anything to me and keep the best friends I've ever made in my whole life, or I can not dump him and lose my friends.
Okay. Give me a second.
Tough one, huh?
And the thing that kills me is it's all my fault.
Mom, it's not your fault.
What you said the other day, you were right. How were you supposed to know how to act if I didn't show you? How were you supposed to learn about men when I was always dating bums?
Well, you told me not to do this.
Yeah, one good idea after 17 years of screwing you up. Kate, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're fun, you deserve to be popular, you deserve to date whoever you want. All you needed was a chance. I'm sorry for being selfish.
Thanks. So what do I do?
You want to know something sad? The first thing that popped into my head is, let's move to a new town and start over.
Kate laughs.
I'm sorry, I'm really trying, but I just don't know.
Don't worry, I'll figure it out. This helped.
Did it?
Not really, but I can tell you're hanging on by a thread.
Laurie laughs.
You don't always date bums.
I'm afraid I have.
What about Sal?
Well, he's no John Tucker, I'll grant you that.
Maybe that's a good thing.
You've got to get to school. We don't have enough time to fix me.
They hug. Interior gym day. The gym is draped with campaign paraphernalia. The stands are packed with students. It's go time. Around the audience, we see Beth, Heather, and Carrie, none of them standing together, and John, standing at the front with the other candidates. One of them, Norman, turns to John.
Where's Kate? She wasn't in biology.
She'll be here.
I saw her this morning, and then she disappeared.
You saw her this morning? How'd she look? Mad? Do you think she's coming? Have you heard anything? You don't think she won't show, do you?
Finally, whispers run through the room, and everyone turns to look at the door as Kate comes into the room. She nods and makes small talk with the people she passes as she moves into the gym. The principal glances at his watch, steps to the microphone.
Well, since our designated spirit representative has shown up, let's get this started.
He covers the mic, turns to the teacher standing next to him.
Is she dumping him?
I hear.
Kate gets to the stage. The principal hands her an envelope.
Hi, everyone. Thanks. Before I announce the winners, I'd like to say something about one of the people up on this stage. I know this is unusual, but bear with me. As some of you may know, I'm not completely objective about this election. I've been dating John Tucker for a while now. I've learned a lot, and I think it's time I share it all with you.
A murmur from the crowd. Here it comes.
Sometimes you think you know a person, especially popular people. You think that smiling, friendly face they put on is the real person. Sometimes they even start to believe it about themselves. If everyone loves them, they couldn't be so bad, could they? But I'm afraid that sometimes that person is rotten to the core. They're a liar and a cheat, and they've gotten their popularity by using people and then casting them aside. They hurt people that they're supposed to care about, and that's just unforgivable. There are no excuses for that kind of behavior, and anyone who does that should be punished.
Heather, Carrie, and Beth are practically gleeful. All their work is about to pay off. Carrie holds the camcorder up to capture the moment.
As you've probably guessed, the person I'm talking about is me.
Gasps and shock all around.
I used John. I did everything I could to get him to fall in love with me because I knew that if he did, I'd be popular. And it worked. Here I am. But to do it, I was lying to all of you about who I really was. And I had to hurt John, who'd never done anything to me. I'm sorry. I don't deserve to be standing up here. I don't deserve all the attention I've been getting. And I don't deserve you. I think that buried deep inside of you, there's a really sensitive, wonderful guy that's going to come out for the right girl. I'm not her. I hope you find her. Thanks again for everything. I know I'm giving up a lot by doing this, including some really great friends, but I didn't really earn any of it. So goodbye.
Kate starts to walk off, pauses. She goes back to the mic.
One more thing. Why do we all make fools of ourselves chasing after John Tuckers of the world anyway? Why are we so busy defining ourselves by other people? I don't have an answer. I just thought it was a good question. Oh, and also, since I probably won't ever have anyone's attention like this again, it wouldn't kill you all to come out to a girls' track meet once in a while.
And with that, Kate walks off the stage, leaving behind a stunned crowd. John looks at the crowd, looks at Kate disappearing, and runs after her.
Wait.
Hallway outside gym.
John, don't. I'm really not the right person for you.
I kind of get that now.
Look, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Actually, I just wanted to thank you.
Thank me.
Yeah, you could have destroyed me out there. All those things you were saying, they're true about me too. We're alike in a lot of ways.
That was kind of the twist. Tricky, huh?
I'm going to work on it.
Really?
I'm still not sure how you did what you did to me, but it made me think about a lot of things. Who I am, what do I do, who I hurt. I guess I'm feeling...
Compassion?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
They laugh. John holds out his hand.
Good luck, Kate.
Good luck.
They shake hands. Kate goes in and kisses him on the cheek. She then turns and exits the building.
Oh, sorry. And then, as I was walking out of there, I realized that there was one person who noticed me before John did. One person who did seem to like me for who I was.
Flashbacks. Scott coming up to Kate at the water fountain, talking and joking with her. Scott asking Kate to be his lab partner. Scott talking to Kate at the party. Scott and Kate at the campaign laughing with each other. Scott helping her with her cramp in her leg.
And one person who amazingly didn't forget I existed the second he met my mom.
Scott meeting Lori at the campaign headquarters, shaking her hand and immediately looking right back to Kate. Exterior outside gym. Kate exits the gym and walks into the night.
But I figured my chances with him were slightly damaged by the fact that he hated me.
Kate,
Luckily, I was wrong.
Kate turns to find Scott running to her when he catches her.
does this mean you're not dating my brother anymore?
I think so.
Finally.
He moves in to kiss her. It's going to be the most beautiful moment ever, and she stops him.
What do you think you're doing?
Kissing you? Romantically? Although every second we talk about it, it's becoming less romantic and more uncomfortable. You're just looking at me, and time is passing. It's getting really bad now.
And just exactly how long have you been attracted to me?
Oh, I think I suspected it when I first saw you, and I was sure when you glued your tongue to your mouth.
So why didn't you say anything? You know, this is all kind of your fault. You should have asked me out the second you met me, not taken no for an answer. You saved me from this whole mess.
I'm sorry?
So am I.
And he kisses her. She returns the kiss and they embrace, not letting go.
So what happened to everyone?
Interior gym night. We're in the middle of the game. John standing on the sideline as coach yells at him.
Even though it didn't happen quite how we hoped, we still ended up teaching John Tucker a lesson and changing him forever.
John finally snaps and yells back at his coach.
What's the matter with me? What's the matter? I'll tell you. I don't want to play basketball. I hate basketball. I want to sing. I want to sing.
Interior auditorium day. John stands front and center, belting out a song to the packed house.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plains.
Exterior parking lot day. A high school couple walks hand in hand towards a car. They split up. The boy goes to the driver's side. The girl goes to the passenger side.
Amazingly, another John Tucker didn't spring up to take his place. From that time on, the guys at our school treated the women like princesses.
The girl makes no move to open her own door, glances over at her boyfriend. He runs around the car, opens her door for her, waits for her to get in, and closes the door.
After seeing that what women could do to even the mighty John Tucker when we put our minds to it, they were scared to death of us.
Interior Starbucks day. Kate sits alone.
What about the other girls? Like I said, we were just together to take care of John Tucker, and once that was done, there was no reason to hang out.
The other three join Kate at the table, setting down drinks and muffins.
No reason except that we were all pretty amazing people who taught each other what men come and go, but friends are forever. We stayed close until the end of high school, and we still meet once a year to celebrate the day we saved the world from John Tucker.
The girls all clink their coffee cups together in a toast. Interior Kate's house, living room day. Lori walks to the front door.
Mom turned out to be more mature than she thought, with a little help from me, of course.
Lori opens the door to find Sal, holding a huge bouquet of flowers. He's got a new hairstyle. It's long and comes down over the ears. Lori and Sal embrace. We now see that Kate is watching from the top of the stairs. Sal gives her a thumbs up. Kate points to his hair and flashes him an okay sign.
He's easily the ugliest new dad I ever had, but he's easily the best. Who's left? Oh, right.
Exterior track night. Kate is running sprints while Scott times her. They're the only people at the track.
Scott was the luckiest one of all. He got me. And what about me? How did I turn out?
Kate finishes running, catching her breath with her hands on her hips. She walks along, then looks straight up into the camera.
I'm the girl who made John Tucker fall in love. I'm a legend.
Kate smiles. The end.